All right, guys, in this video, we're going to talk about some neighborhoods in Arroyo Grande that you need to know about. Okay, everybody, I'm going to hop on here and share my screen. Okay, so here is the town of Arroyo Grande. As I mentioned before, all of our towns pretty much kind of run into each other here. They're real close together. Population was about 18,000 in 2018. It's 2021. Waiting for the updated stats on that. We've definitely grown in the area. So I'm gonna say we're definitely much bigger than that now. All right, so Arroyo Grande has a few neighborhoods that I just kind of want to point out to give you a feel for the lay of the land. So here on Oak Park, when you're coming into Arroyo Grande, this is what separates Grover Beach to Arroyo Grande is Oak Park. So on one side of it, it's Arroyo Grande. On the other side, it's Grover Beach. Again, you go down Grand Avenue, which is the main drag right here on West Grand. That takes you through the whole town, like Grover Beach, Arroyo Grande. In this little area right here, it's called Berry Gardens. And this is a sweet little area. S&S Homes built this particular neighborhood. This little perimeter right here is Berry Gardens. And this is back in the day, going down Grand Avenue right here. This was a strawberry field. So as a kid, I would be able to pull over here. Again, this is Oak Park. Grand Avenue is this road right here. And you were able to see, here's Grand Avenue. And so here's Berry Gardens. So this used to be a strawberry field. So now they've obviously built this neighborhood called Berry Gardens. This neighborhood does very well. Again, S&S Homes built this. So what I like about it, they're kind of the craftsman style build. They're very cookie cutter, homes, about a 6,000 square foot lot, craftsman style, like I said, fairly newer. And they have a very good turnover. So what's nice about them, this location, is that you get on Oak Park, you're able to catch Highway 101 to head either south or north. So if you need to go in any direction, you're going to just take Oak Park. You're going to come up here. It takes you probably 5 to 7 minutes. They're working on some infrastructure right here. It's a little weird as you're approaching Grand Avenue, but as you get, again, the access to 101 is super easy, and then you can head to San Luis Obispo or Santa Maria, wherever you're heading for work or any other thing. But so here you come back into Berry Gardens. Again, it's a very nice neighborhood. During Halloween, I'm going to tell you, hundreds of kids come here. Their parents drop them off. Everybody has to buy so many bags of candy in this neighborhood. It's ridiculous. So again, and the names are blackberry, huckleberry, cranberry, blackberry. Now, Strawberry Avenue, we've sold some in here. A semi-custom builder came in here and built some custom homes. So these are also something that you can entertain. Again, they're just a really nice builds. They're single story, 2-story, a little bit with the oak finishes as far as the cabinetry. Some of these have been updated, some have not, but otherwise the location factor is kind of a cool spot. And so that's just a little area. It's called Berry Gardens in Arroyo Grande that you can consider. Then you head over and you're gonna hit these other areas, which is like Spruce, Cedar, Sage, Aspen, like this area here. Older homes, some are revamped, some are 1970s, 60s. So, they have the lower ceilings, things of that nature, but still a really nice little location as well. Those are kind of hit and miss, so that's not really like a subdivision per se. And then we are going to go to a little bit on the other side. So you're gonna go through Cortland. Here's Smart and Final, that you can get some groceries, so you don't wanna make it to Costco. Over there, Fig Mountain right here is a nice little brewery that you can get to from Berry Gardens. There's a lot of things that are accessible, as you can see right here. It does get a little bit high traffic-y right between here, South Oak Park and Grand Avenue, because again, Grand's the main drag here. You do have a 7-Eleven right up here that's going to be, open 24/7. So just take note of that. So on this upper side here, you're gonna have some more elevation. As you're going up Oak Park, there is a hill and an elevation. So up here on Brighton and Newport, you are going to get perhaps some views, and some of these are a little bit smaller builds as well. There's some twin homes over here off of Brighton. Newport, Saratoga, these are all, Arroyo Grande on this side of it. Now here's another little really interesting area. You're much closer to the freeway and you're right off of Oak Park. Now Oak Park can get a kind of congested as you're approaching the entrances to the 101, just as that would make sense, right? So if you're entertaining this area here, there's elevation, so you're gonna get some hill views, but you're gonna have to get off of Oak Park, and sometimes during heavy traffic times of the day, you're gonna have to make a quick jolt over to get over to these streets. So you need to think about that a little bit. There's no sidewalks over here. They're elevated, no sidewalks, and they're all very different, unique properties over here. No two are alike. Thinking about relocating to San Luis Obispo County? Well, I got just the thing for you. My team and I have created the ultimate relocation guide that is meant to save you hours of research, and I've linked it below. From top employers to the best hospitals and a boatload of other things that you need to know before you make the move. The best thing about this is that it's 100% free. You heard me right. Absolutely free. Just click on the link in the description or the top pinned comment, and I really hope this helps you out. So this is another little spot over here that you can entertain, just depending on your timing of what's available in the area. So again, that's just kind of another area of just kind of hit and miss. So here's where Ocean View Elementary School is in Arroyo Grande, and it's a very well sought out school. So over here, you can, people like to be near that, obviously, to be able to walk over here. So you can get an older home, remodel it, move your family in. Some of these actually will have ocean views because again, you're on that elevation on Oak Park. And so you will get those dune and ocean views because of that. So over here on Briscoe, it's another high traffic street, and you're gonna have more high density housing over here mixed in with some regular, single family residents. So, this is an area that's not really necessarily like a neighborhood either, but another spot that you can consider. Linda's a nice little street here. And then we have this little area here like Sunset Drive. That's just that kind of parallels Grand Avenue. It's a really long street, a little congested, but still a good little area to consider. And then we've got your other school over here. Okay, here's the other elementary school, Harlow Elementary School, that's very well sought out as well. So these areas around Harlow, so you kind of call it Harlow, Fair Oaks Avenue, Walnut, these are all nut streets, Pecan, Walnut, and Fair Oaks is another main street as well. So this particular area has older homes. Getting into this little area here, if you're a young family to Harlow, is a good little thing for you to consider. Also, you're down in this little neighborhood. These are a little bit newer, Morning Rise, Starlight, Victorian. If you see these are typically single story, and they're horseshoe streets, pretty desirable as well. Those go pretty quick. So that would be a little spot there that you would want to maybe check out. Now, when you're over here, just remember you're going to be near the hospital. So there's going to be that sort of traffic going on over here in this area. Now, Creekview Court, right in here, these are 2-story townhouse or single family I think they're considered SFRs. These are little compact units that are really nicely made, very modern, more modern than you'll see. So this is a little pocket of, if it comes up, you might want to consider. They do have an HOA here. Now over in this area, like Forest Glen, Creekside Drive, this is an older, more established neighborhood over here. The Arroyo Grande Creek runs along it, as you see here. Well, they're mixed in. Some have bigger lots, some have smaller lots. It's a more established neighborhood. Also does pretty well here depending on the amenities. So that's another spot over here. Off of the pike as well, you have all these little pocket areas that Victoria Way, Rogers, some of these that have little cul-de-sacs. This is another little area if you're looking for the neighborhoods closer to a elementary school that is desirable in the area. These are good spots that can have some affordable, somewhat affordable housing of what we have going on right now. So that's just a little bit there. What I wanted to take you through is, again, we're gonna go where Grand Avenue is. Grand Avenue, we're heading east, and we're gonna keep going. And over here where you see West Branch, and in this area, this is called East Arroyo Grande. And up in this area, okay, it's on the other side of the 101. We were just on, well, you would say the west side. Now we're going to the east side of the 101. This area up here, Rancho Parkway, anything off Rancho Parkway over here, you're going to be close to the village of Arroyo Grande. That's where all the festivities are. That's where there's a lot of the eateries. The swinging bridge, the only swinging bridge we have in California, is here in Arroyo Grande. So that's kind of a cool thing. A lot of things are walking capable there for you to go through: antique stores, little shops, anything you want to eat, from a sandwich to some, pasta, some Italian, to some like farm to table stuff. Lots of stuff available down here. Now, Rancho Parkway facilitates Rancho Grande up here, which are these Via Bandolero, Avenida de Diamante, Via Vaquero, Grace Lane. All these kind of merge into each other, and the road above it is James Way, and that parallels the 101 and gets you into the village of Arroyo Grande too in a different direction. So what's kind of cool about these, this is going to be a little bit more of a luxury upper end living. The lots are going to be bigger. There's going to be elevation. Some of these will have ocean views. Some of these will have a huge down slope onto Rancho Parkway. The cool thing about this is you private walkways that leads you to this park right here, Rancho Grande Park. We're going to have some scenery of that park for you so you could see. So this is a pretty desirable area over here. We just recently sold a home over here on Mercedes. It was 2 homes on it. The high 8s, like on Rodeo Drive, just depending, some of these are pretty dated, pretty established neighborhood. You go from 800 all the way up to 2 million. So it just depends on the house, the amenities, all that good stuff. But the thing about these is there's a lot of elbow room. So that's what makes this kind of a nice little sweet spot. You have some distance from your neighbors, so you don't feel like you're on top of each other, but you're really close to town. You also have easy access to the 101. You have great shopping. Here's Marshall's. Trader Joe's is over here. This is where the movie theater is. A nice Starbucks just went up over here. So, you've got some amenities over here. This is a highly desirable area as well. Now, again, off of James Way over here, you have some smaller homes that are going to be these are about 1,400 square feet, 1,500 on Spanish Moss and Mesquite and all this. This was all one development, and this particular area had some smaller homes on it, single story. So also, again, depending on if they're dated, modern, they're going to be in the 600, well, probably 700 plus now. So that's that area. And then over here, Tally Ho is leading you into the village of Arroyo Grande. So this is where it gets really fun. This is where there's a lot going on that you can take advantage right over here in this area. There's a lot of history in the village of Arroyo Grande. So there's a lot of little museums you can see. Now for the question of the day. For those of you that are thinking of moving to San Luis Obispo County, where are you moving from? What city or state? And what's the main reason that you're looking to move to San Luis Obispo County? I'm truly curious. I want to know your particulars. And if you wouldn't mind just leaving them in the comments below, or better yet, feel free to text, email, or call. My contact information should be on the screen. Lots of places to eat around here, so you really have to take advantage of that. So if you're gonna go to the Swinging Bridge, which is right here, you can go over here and go wine tasting. The Agrarian Hotel is really nicely priced for you to maybe stay there and take a visit and get a feel for the town. Of course, there's Mason Bar and there is Brewster Creek. They're right across from each other. And I don't know why Mason isn't coming up here, but there's also Branch Street Deli. So Mason's right over here, total walking distance. Oh no, it's over here. It's right by, it's like right here. So literally you have all these places that you can eat. There's a Mediterranean place right here, Gina's Italian. You've got the Klondike's Pizza, you know, that's supposedly haunted. You got ice cream over here at Doc Bernstein's, which is something you also have to, if you love ice cream, got to check that out. So here's your Arroyo Grande Creek. You'll see the roosters, obviously McClintock's, that's a staple, very cool place to go and have nice steak. Lots to do around here, great shopping, all in this little condensed area. So anything that goes on the market, any kind of housing around here, if you like to go to where the farmers market is, they have the farmers markets here on the weekends. This is where the Christmas parade goes on. This is where there's car shows. There's all kinds of things that go on in the village. It's really beautiful during the holidays. So you could literally get a place over here, a little higher end on this area. Okay, it's a little bit newer, single story. A new development just sold out over here, Creekside. And then you've got older homes that hit and miss again off of Allen, Short, Mason, Cherry. Some have been updated, some have not. So Heritage Square Park right here they have events going on right here all the time. Okay, so here is the Swinging Bridge behind me. And then as I mentioned, this is the park that you want to visit when you're coming to Arroyo Grande. Right behind me is where we have all kinds of events in Arroyo Grande all year long. This is what you need to come visit. Minutes to the village of Arroyo Grande, walking. You can get on that bridge and get over to the village. But right behind me is where the park is, where we have all events all year long going on. This is where you need to be. This is where real estate is available to you to enjoy the lifestyle of Arroyo Grande. So it's really cool. You could be at Rooster Creek, you cross the Swinging Bridge, and then you come over to events over here. They've had races here, and this is where they end. Just all kinds of things that goes on in Arroyo Grande in this particular spot. So if that's something that you like, then this would be a great spot for you to, take a look at and see if you like it. Now, if this is not your liking, Arroyo Grande has a ton of finger roads that go out all over, spreading out into East Arroyo Grande, heading out to Lopez Lake, Wasna, Edna Valley. We have some bigger estates out there. Monte Sereno is another area that you might want to entertain out here. But before we go too far from the village, I want to go back a little bit over here off of James Way. Remember I was talking about James Way over here? There's some other properties on Village Glen, Hidden Oak. All of these are also pretty substantial lots, not your typical 6,000 square foot lots. And this is also an area you want to entertain. And then the Highlands, this is over here. Take a look off of all of these, off of Equestrian. These have a lot of elevation, and this is a whole nother subdivision that you should drive through. Andre, Asillo, Puesta del Sol, I mean, if you're going to be doing some walks over here, I'm going to tell you, you're going to get a workout because there's a lot of elevation over here. Okay, and then getting back over here off of James Way, back into that North Oak Park Boulevard. Oak Park Boulevard goes all the way to 227, which can take you into San Luis. So that's another little spot. So here on this area, this is Arroyo Grande, another venture off of what we call East AG, East Arroyo Grande. There's Old Oak Park over here. Now this is going to be more acreagey stuff, more horse properties, total hit and miss on what, there's not a lot of consistency in construction out here. You're going to have septic, you're going to have propane, you're going to have those types of things out this area. Very beautiful. Again, it just depends on what you're looking at. So you really need to take some time and take a look at all of these roads. And John and I are going to work on doing more of a vlog and go out there for you and give you a real feel for these roads and what kind of properties are out there. You know, Tiffany Ranch is, you know, a more higher end scaled properties out there. We'll go back this way, and all the other thing I just want to show you, again, I'm just trying to get you the lay of the land. So many people come into the area and they look in Arroyo Grande in certain spots, and then they don't know about these other finger roads. And that's really what I want to encourage you to do. If you're looking for substantial housing, you know, a luxury home, there are other subdivisions like Monte Sereno. Talley's pretty much built out by Talley Vineyards. Monte Sereno might have some new construction coming up, but those will be, you know, in the 2 million range. So those are all out in this area. So the village of Arroyo Grande going through there will take you out through Wasnut and take you to these other subdivisions. So you really need to take a drive out there and get a feel for all of that and see if you want to be that far out. Those are gated communities, worth the drive. It's beautiful. You know, just see what you're thinking and take a look out that way. So again, there's just a lot out here in Arroyo Grande. So we just want to give you a little bit of lay of the land. It gets a little confusing. The names kind of change as you're driving out. And then we have, to even get a little bit more complicated, I want to make you aware of it, the Arroyo Grande Mesa. And this road here takes you up there, which is the one, and also Halcyon. We were over here in the village of Arroyo Grande, right? East Branch and all that. So you kind of have to make your way through the village and then get back onto South Halcyon, jog over Highway 1, and then this infrastructure here, Highway 1, will take you around to the Arroyo Grande Mesa, or you'll take South Halcyon and it'll take you up there. This is all ag land right here. And again, this is a huge elevation jump from down this area to up to the Arroyo Grande Mesa. Again, a whole nother area up there for horse property. So the main thing I wanted to encourage all of you to do is explore the finger roads. So there's like Los Barros out here. Get up to the Arroyo Grande Mesa, okay? Then you have the Arroyo Grande down below. Then you have East AG. Then you have over here, which is all of the finger roads and through the village. Our roads are tight. We have a lot of ag when it's the heavy traffic time after work, all that during school. As that's coming to unfold and more traffic's coming through, you're going to experience heavy traffic during that time. Again, I lived on in the village and as a kid, and that got congested back then, and it's only evolving into more. So, you know, just be aware of that and just explore Arroyo Grande. It's got so much to offer. Don't just get into these little spots. Ask around, to explore other areas as you are venturing around here.
Hey guys, it's me, Vernice. And as much as I like making these videos for you, there's one thing that I love more, and that's helping families move to San Luis Obispo County from the US and all over the world. And I've helped countless families move over here. So whether it's in a week, in a month, 6 months, or a year, please feel free to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen or linked below, just in case you missed the pop-up on the screen. I look forward to helping you and your family move to San Luis Obispo County.
So until the next video, we catch you later.